Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I want to talk to y'all about a quick method that y'all are going to be able to use to make a ton of MT in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. This is kind of both a snipe filter and like an investment advice video where I'm just going to tell y'all about cards that I would be looking to invest in my team personally. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 7,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, often multiple videos a day, and I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already. If you do subscribe. So I will say, I don't really make sniping videos, investment videos, things like that very much. I would like to make more of them in the future, but I will admit I'm not much of a sniper myself in general. Looking to potentially get more into it next year to make more MT and also to widen my content a little bit, give y'all an opportunity to get some different content from me, because most of my content obviously is gameplays, team advice, player rankings, things like that. From more of the competitive player perspective, I'd like to widen that a little bit next year and do more like MT making stuff as well, because I know that's what a lot of people are interested in. So I've talked enough. Let's hop into it and talk about it. So what I am talking about in this video is going to be this MyTEAM anniversary set. And as y'all may or may not know, there are going to be 10 players in each of these sets. It's been talked about in the blog for season 8, and each one of these, I'm not sure if it's each one of these or both of these combined, are going to lock in for an in-game mystery pack, or not in-game mystery pack, an in-game choice pack. Now, what in-game cards will be in that choice pack, I'm not entirely sure. Nobody knows as of yet, and we're not sure if you'll get one in-game mystery pack, or choice pack I should say, or two. That being said, with these 20 anniversary cards, you're going to be able to get yourself an in-game player, and with the amount of MT that these cards are going for right now, it is not a crazy expensive set. Now, that being said, the first in-game cards, or not in-game cards, the first anniversary cards to drop were this Shaquille O'Neal, who's going for over 20,000 MT right now, close to 30,000 MT, and this Kobe Bryant card, who I think is going for something like 40,000, maybe even more than that, maybe 50,000 MT. He's going for a lot of MT. Those are the first ones to drop, the first drop of season 8. Now, the newer anniversary cards are your guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo, came out earlier, or I guess, did Giannis come out? No, Giannis came out last week. So Giannis was last week, but still not that long ago. Same thing with a guy like Taco. He came out on Tuesday, is not crazy expensive himself. And then obviously today we got T-Mac and KD. So as y'all can see, I have all of the anniversary cards because I'm planning to lock in the set myself to get the in-game choice pack or choice packs if there are 2 of them. But I think you can make a ton of MT by investing in these cards. I've been sitting on snipe filters just for a little bit earlier, and I managed to pick up a bunch of KDs for super cheap on one refresh, where a bunch of them popped up for 8K. And then this T-Mac popped up as well, and I literally did this in like a couple minutes. And all that I think you need to do, there are a couple of different ways to do this. One, I think you can use it as a snipe filter where you just go theme MyTEAM anniversary. And you could do it a couple different ways. One, you could just buy some of the ones that you want to take out of the filter so that you're only sniping the more expensive ones, and then you can go buy enabled. Because I have all of them, I'm not going to be doing that myself. But what I think a better way to do it, in all honesty, is you can just basically throw this snipe filter down to somewhere below 9K, because all these cards are selling for at least 9K. You throw this up, and maybe we'll throw it down to 8750 or 8800, sure. And you just can basically refresh this, and you'll see how quickly snipes will pop up. Like this Yao for 8.1K, but it's already sold. But there's going to be a ton of these cards that pop up. You can snipe them for 8.5K or less. A lot of them are going to pop up for much cheaper than that, and those are going to be able to make you MT in the first place. But additionally, I don't think it would hurt to just buy a bunch of these cards at the 9,000 MT price point. A bunch of Yaos, Giannis's, KDs, Tracy McGrady's, the cheaper anniversary cards that are also the more recent anniversary cards. You buy those cards, hold on to them, get a few of each. Like here's 7.7K. I didn't get that snipe, but if you get snipes like that, you're going to be making MT immediately, but also the potential for making a lot of MT if you wait a week or 2 to sell these cards. Because if the in-game option pack comes out and it's a really desirable in-game, like you have an option between guys like Taco or Yao or LaMelo Ball or Kobe or some of the better in-game cards in the game, which is very, very possible. If that winds up happening, these cards are going to go up in price significantly. And even if the in-game option pack isn't the most desirable in-games, they're all still in-games. They're all still amazing cards. This set, I feel like, is almost certainly going to rise in price, as we're already seeing with guys like Kobe and Shaq, who were the first anniversary cards in this set. So 8.4K, you know what, I was going to buy that one, but obviously you're going to miss a lot of snipes. It does look like there's a pretty good amount of people sitting on this filter, and I will admit I'm not much of a sniper myself, but I've already seen a couple of refreshes where a bunch of these cards pop up at the same time for very, very cheap. So you're going to have an opportunity to make a lot of MT, whether you're selling these cards back now or whether you're selling them back later. And especially if you were to snipe one of the more expensive ones. I think LaMelo is relatively expensive, but obviously Kobe and Shaq are pretty expensive. There's probably a couple more that I'm not thinking of that that are going for relatively more expensive MT than these Giannis, Yao, KD that are going for around that 9.5k MT mark or so. But it basically gives you an opportunity to potentially make a lot of MT right now, but also to invest in these cards and make even more MT in a couple weeks if you just buy some of them and hold on to them. So as y'all saw in my auction outcomes, I already have like 10 of these cards sitting there. I'm planning on trying to snipe a few more over the next couple of days just so that I have a little bit more in my auction house. I'll just buy that one. Okay, well, I'm getting outbid right now. People are sitting on this filter, so it definitely looks like there's a decent amount of competition, but I know some of y'all are pretty dedicated snipers, and as y'all can see, cards are popping up very, very consistently, which is going to give you a lot of opportunity to snipe a lot of these cards and make yourself a lot of MT. And I just think this is a method that is going to give you the opportunity to potentially make a ton of MT, potentially up to like hundreds of thousands of MT that nobody's really talking about, and could also I'll give you the opportunity to lock in for in-game cards as well, which I think is also pretty awesome. See, we got ourselves a I'm not going to buy that Giannis, but we got ourselves a J.R. Smith there for 8.5k MT, which is a little bit of snipe right there. So this is just a method that I personally would be looking to use, and I personally am using myself just to potentially make myself a lot of MT in the coming weeks. And I think this is something that y'all should definitely look into as well, as an opportunity to potentially make a lot of MT in the near future. So hopefully this video does help y'all out. Hopefully y'all find it interesting. If y'all want to see more tip videos, MT making videos, things like that in the future, I'm definitely open to that. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of this video, and if you do enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.